Hi everyone, my name is Penny. I'm a professional astrologer known for my videos on love and relationships, as well as my series on the alphabet. All 26 letters of the alphabet elaborately explained for how they affect your life if it's your name, or your business if it's the name of your business, or how it can affect just the energy you put out in your word choices, and how our use of words can really affect our culture. Now, I'm all focused on the English language here because that is my primary language. Maybe I'll do other languages in the future, but the letters we choose for things can also kind of show cultural differences in how we interpret certain words and concepts, even if two words mean the same thing in different languages. So that's something that I would perhaps like to explore in the future. But for right now, we are focused on the English language, and we are specifically focused on the word fear. You click this video because you want to know all about fear. It's something we all face at some point in our lives, but we know to conquer it. And we're going to explore what it really means in our specific culture based on the way we chose to spell and say the word. So fear starts with the letter F. If you've watched my video for the letter F, you already know a good deal about this letter and you're pretty well educated at this point. But some things I perhaps didn't include is that F has that really strong, stubborn backbone. So it's formed something from the past, from experiences from the past, but it's not receptive to them. It's not receptive to them. It's not receptive to what is happening in the past versus what is happening in the future. It's very concerned with the what ifs of what is happening in the future and the possibilities, the possible directions that something could take. It's concerned with that, but it's very stubborn about how it views the past. Not necessarily a great letter for healing because it sees things kind of from a narrow perspective based on what has happened back there, and it's not really reaching back to try to explore and learn from the past, but it does have that stubbornness that makes it concerned with what has happened in the past. But it's all forward facing, so it's focused on the future, which also starts with the letter F, but it's not really learning from the past. It's stuck in the past and convinced that that's going to affect the future and not really accepting other input so much. So let me know what you are thinking about that so far. The next letter in the word fear is E. So we have F-E. First two letters of the word feeling as well, emphasizing the similarities between the words. Fear is most definitely a feeling that we experience. Now, E here is a letter of change, but it feeds back into itself. And combined with that letter F, it might not really be good at expressing the change because it gets kind of stuck in itself and stuck in its past patterns. So we have this kind of energy that's looping back into itself that can't quite move on from the past, but is kind of accidentally propelling itself into the future. And the third letter is what really starts to make this combination dangerous because the letter A is a letter of action. And it coming only third in this word means that the action is not necessarily intentional. It's not planned. It's not being prioritized. And being combined with the letters F and E, it shows even that the action can be accidental, like you're accidentally being propelled into the future. A lot of your action is going to be based on subconscious feelings, energy that's going on in your head, things that are affecting you psychologically that you might not have really properly sorted through, but you're being propelled forward anyway. So that's why people get this like feeling of anxiety when they're being affected by this force of fear. So A brings about the action, whether intentional or not. Fear can definitely affect your actions and your behavior. Now, the last letter of the word fear, it has a lot in common with the letter F because it, again, has that strong backbone and that forward-facing energy, like propelling us forward. And the letter R does have this energy where it kind of you know, it wants to be able to move on. It wants to see progress. It wants to see change. And there's a bit of an inability to learn from the past at the same time. So that is how fear can affect us. How can it can affect our actions. And really, I would say with this combination of letters, the antithesis of fear would be awareness. It would be control of the behavior, awareness of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and presence in the moment, choosing deliberate actions rather than acting based on things that are affecting you subconsciously, because fear doesn't necessarily make you want to act, but you end up acting anyway because you feel you have to. You feel like you have all this kind of pent up energy. So I would love to hear everyone else's perspective on this word. If you have anything else to add, and maybe share why you think this, whether it's based on something you read, something you learned, or something you yourself have experienced. I'm really interested in hearing about that. And if there's anything you want to add from my other 4 videos about the letters F, E, A, and R, go ahead and add that as well. I'll try to link them in the description. I'd love to hear it. I'm also planning to make a little graphic to post on Facebook that helps us, you know, learn more about the word fear in a compact little space, so we can really analyze that and attack our fears so that we can conquer them and overcome them. So I hope I will be seeing you guys again. Thanks for watching. Bye.